Okay, we're doing a segment here, again with Moira Noonan, the author of Ransom from Darkness and Spiritual Deceptions, A Comprehensive Guide to Discernment, and Father Romain Rurangirwa. Rurangirwa. I think I got it that time. I have to keep my phonetic pronunciation near me. And this segment is going to be on spiritual warfare, so you might be watching this one or listening to it separately, or you may be watching it together. But I wanted to do this separately because this is a tough topic for some people. What is spiritual warfare? Can you define what spiritual warfare is?
Well, it's defined in the Catechism of the Catholic Church, which was the new catechism under St. John Paul the Great.
Which is available online, by the way, and linked on my website at thetechguyblog.com, if I may point it out.
So Catechism 409 tells us that all of man's history for baptized Christians is a dour combat with evil one. So we, in our baptism, we're baptized with Christ, and we have hope. We are baptized into His death and resurrection. We have hope in that. So the combat with the evil one can only be done under the umbrella, the authority, the mantle of the protection of the Holy Church in Christ. We cannot do it on our own because it's an invisible battle, as St. Paul tells us quite clearly in Ephesians.
Now, most people in life, I presume, will not see a physical manifestation of this battle. Most people do not see it. Or is this something that's much more common that people just don't talk about?
It's more common that people don't talk about today. Today, I think so. Maybe in the past, not so, but today, yeah.
And is it because the culture has tried to steer people away? Oh, this problem, that problem. But before, where Christian belief was common, it was not a taboo subject.
I don't know that answer, but I do know that the youth today, they are really, if anybody can understand this subject, they talk to them about it, no matter what their background, because they need help. They have had plenty with all the kinds of occult media at their disposal on a regular basis. They have plenty of experiences.
Okay, what are the basic?
They need a lot of help.
What are the basic tools in spiritual warfare? Now, obviously, prayer. If the first thing a person, as Father Z, who is a famous Catholic blogger, always says, go to confession, go to confession. Prayer and confession are obviously very strong weapons in spiritual warfare. What other weapons should people be using to give themselves strength in spiritual warfare?
Sacramentals are really important. In my book, Spiritual Deceptions, in the Church and the Culture, A Comprehensive Guide to Discernment, we have a whole chapter just on spiritual warfare, how to protect yourself and your family, your friends, how to protect yourself at home and at the workplace and so forth. And one of the best ways is sacramentals. For example, the Benedictine medal, the Benedictine cross, has an exorcism blessing on it if you have it blessed by a Benedictine priest. And it has an exorcism blessing. And and I say the prayer with the medal, and I also have Benedictine cross every single day. I say the consecrations to Our Lady, to the Immaculata, St. Maximilian Kolbe, St. Louis Marie Montfort. They gave us these, even many different apparitions, approved apparitions. She says, pray the Rosary, consecrate yourself to Our Lady. She says there are how many promises for the Rosary? 14 promises.
There's a lot. I'd have to look it up.
Tremendous promises. Praying the Chaplet of Sorrows. There's many more promises. Peace in your family. Protection against the enemy. Protection against the onslaught of the evil one affecting your family. I mean, there's when you meet people, for example, that are following Catholics, and they go on and on about how many problems they have in their families, how many accidents they've had, how many people have lost their jobs, how many people died of cancer, how many people had to move, you could just say, hey, have you thought about coming back to church and getting some protection? I mean, why
and
not?
These are not difficult things. I mean, the Rosary is not a difficult prayer to pray. The various sacramentals are not difficult to pray. I mean, I have medals in my wallet. I have my scapular around my neck, but I have medals in my wallet. It's not like it's very difficult to have these things or do these things.
No.
And now, Father, what I don't understand, and maybe